Hi everyone, welcome back to Form of Therapy. Today on the Culture Study, I'm going to be reacting to BOYNEXTDOOR's latest pre-release music video. This is Tok Tok Tok. Now, Tok 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 is an onomatopoeia for the sound of knock knock knock. All right. My name is Taeok PD. Welcome to the channel. If it's your first time here, I am a video producer and a filmmaker by trade, and I am also a lifelong K-pop fan, and I'm also a BOYNEXTDOOR fan. I'm so hyped because I called it, ladies and gentlemen. I called it. If you follow me on Patreon, you'll know in my last listening party, I called it. I listened to that album and I said, next up is a studio album. I heard the vision. I saw the vision of what they were priming up and gearing up for. BOYNEXTDOOR is not just a K-pop group, ladies and gentlemen. They are a calculated yet creative group. And I could see the movements that they were making. I could see that they were gearing up for a studio album. And we are here. And so this pre-release cites kind of like the herald of the album. So the album's going to be releasing in June. I'll be doing a listening party for it then. You can tune into the Patreon for that listening party. In the meantime, we're going to check out the music video today. I'm pretty excited for it because when it comes to BOYNEXTDOOR, even their pre-releases are either interesting or just fun. So let's see what Tok 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 has in store for us today. Looks like a rat hole, a mouse hole. Yep. Ooh. Smooth transition. Oh, I see. That's supposed to be a giant crowd outside. Oh. 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 Oh.
1, 2, 3, we about to go. Yo, snap, snap, 눈코 뗄 새 없이 stalking. Clap, back, 우린 반응해줘 썩기. Stack, high 키를 맞춰내는 높이. 연락만 side into the sky, we are lucky. Rolling up high, much blind, 이건 시.
Ooh, I love this pre-chorus. Oh, yeah, I'm doing kind of like this melodic rap section is so cool. Oh, you know they're gonna do this at the year-end award shows. Oh, I see the vision. You know this is gonna be like a dope intro track to one of their award show stages.
We're gonna knock, 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 knock. Why pulling up? 눈 감고 쉬쉬 싹다 매려놓. 나 쓰는 손악을 다 찌르면 Control C feel like that I don't see them all going. Rolling up high, 마치 blind, you will see. 좁은 틈 사이 바람만 보듯이. Shipping that business down.
Damn, this music video is so fucking cool. Love the lighting for this music video too. Whoa. So fascinating.
Came all the way to bust down, walk into your zone. RSVP, RSVP. 뜬금없이 네 대문앞까지. 턱을 넘어가려 해. We gon' get it knocking it. We gon' knock, 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 knock. We gon' knock, knock, knock. Let's go.
Oh, is their studio album called Home? Oh, okay. I'm so excited. First off, this pre-release did an amazing job of what a pre-release needs to do. Build up hype for the title track and the album. And my hype is here. That was a fantastic pre-release. Now, in terms of like as an actual song, I don't know how often I'll go back and listen to this, but as a performance piece, as a sort of a declarative music video, it is kind of like heralding the album in like the coolest way. I'll have to listen to the song a little bit more in depth on the actual album without the music video, because the music video is doing so much legwork here, which we'll get into that in a little bit. But let's address the first thing that comes to mind. At the end, it said home. It was stylized in an interesting way. I'm going to assume that the studio album coming out is going to be titled Home. So one thing that I have always really, really appreciated and loved about Boy Next Door is their marketing, is their branding. One of the things that if you have followed my channel for a really long time, you know that I kind of get in my gripes about is a song can be good, a music video can be good, but sometimes the packaging isn't appropriate. The marketing, whether it's the album itself, whether it's even the album art or the track listing or the naming of a song, of just the overall marketing and presentation of it, is also all an art form. And when those things don't align and it just feels like just a throwaway name or whatever, or just seems like a random album, it just feels like, this is such a waste. Because an album release can also be like a pivotal cultural moment, and especially for those of you who are experiencing this in the moment, in time, it feels like a cultural, historic moment that you're going to remember forever if the marketing is right. That's what makes certain albums historic. That's what makes certain albums more memorable than the music itself. It was the name of it. It was the pre-release. It was how they released it. It was the title track. It was the outfits. It's the whole packaging of everything. And so Boy Next Door is a group that I think has always done a really great job with their marketing. One, they're called Boy Next Door, which is just this very nice, likable name, right? You think of that stereotypical term of the boy next door, the girl next door. It's that kind of neutral thing, yet they're very likable type of a person. It already has a very specific image in your mind. And then they've got like the door concept that they have in some of their stages. And in this one especially, it seems like they're leaning harder into that concept, titling it Home. And their light sticks, I believe, even have like it's like a little mini house, and they're called the Boy Next Door, as well as this pre-release is titled Knock Knock Knock, and so all of it is like tying thematically to the door and home type of things, but it almost feels like they're coming home, or they're maybe introducing us into their homes. Whatever the case is, it's just great marketing. So I love that already. And it's that type of marketing where I could tell just by the type of music video they released on the Action album. I was like, oh, they're releasing a studio album next. Like, just the way that they track listed that album, the type of songs that it was, I just knew, a studio album is right around the corner. And so that is something I've always appreciated about Boy Next Door. Now, this project itself, the video itself, Tok Tok Tok, Knock Knock Knock, is so fascinating as just a marketing art piece. Quite literally, the song is them saying, hey, what's up? We're here. But it's doing it with this sort of playful yet aggressive confidence of knock, 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 we're fucking back. And we're going to break down doors. We're going to blow shit up. And it is going to be explosive. And it is going to be hella fun. The lyrics in the song alone are building up my hype for this comeback. And I don't even want to say the word comeback. I want to say the word release. I feel like this studio album is going to be huge. And I already had that suspicion before because of the type of group that Boy Next Door was, because of their music making, because of their songwriting. They have some of the dopest EPs and some of the dopest amazing B-sides and creative B-sides and musically creative B-sides I've ever heard on the K-pop scene. And so I had a feeling if they ever release a studio album, it's kind of going to be the moment for them to really solidify and carve a line in their sand, carve a line in the sand of like, hey, we are not just any K-pop group. We are disruptors. We are trendsetters. We are whatever they like. We are rock stars. Whatever kind of statement they want to make. I had a feeling that these boys could do that. Despite being at HYBE labels, I feel like them being with Cause, a subsidiary of HYBE, has labeled them with so much creativity and so much freedom and so much color that has made them so interesting within the HYBE music subsidiaries. And so I have been very, very excited already. But even the lyrics are also building up that hype. Quite literally, Taezan says, "We're not low key." And they say in the lyrics, we're knock, knock, knock. We're about to blow. And so they are like, as much as this song is kind of actually a little bit restrained, it's a little bit minimalistic. I think that's also kind of the point. This song has certain explosive moments, especially when like the bass plays, but this song is not as loud and as rambunctious as it could be or as any of their previous songs have been. So it's really just all a hype builder for the upcoming title track and the album release. So I have high hopes and high confidence for that album. Let's go ahead and check out the music video one more time. There was some really interesting imagery and some visuals. One, the cinematography and the shot design in this music video was fucking awesome. The cinematography was just, it's so eye-catching. It's so bold. So is the shot design. But so is some of the imagery, especially there was a lot of imagery of explosions, breakthroughs, falling, chaos within a sort of emptiness, as well as a pursuit. I'm a little confused as to, there was a sort of cat chasing the mouse type of thing. I'm a little confused as to whether or not they are the cats in pursuit or if they're supposed to be the mice. So let's go ahead and check out the video one more time. So I'm sort of immediately led to believe, I feel like they are the cats in the music video. One, there is a cat lounging next to Cheon, and the mice, you know, within the context of just homes and vermin and pests, it's mice that get into your home, right? And that's not a good thing. Oh, and there, I guess that's what that is. That might be the mouse hole right there. If here, take a look at the lower left screen when the player dissolves. You're going to see like a little black hole. I'm not sure if you're able to see it on my video, but there's a little black hole right here that I think is the mouse hole. So maybe... So, knock, knock, knock. BND coming at your door. It's interesting because like the way that it's portrayed is the opposite. They say they're coming, Boy Next Door is coming at your door, but it's Cheon who's at home, and then all these other people are showing up at his door.
Coming at your door, 1, 2, 3, we about to blow. Got the reach, we are market though. Came all the way to bust down, walk into your zone. RSVP, RSVP.
So a lot of the imagery here is we're here to knock shit down. We're here to knock shit over. Whether it was within Cheon's home, you had them break the glass with the brick. You have then the house being broken or exploding. The punching of the glass right there, it's constantly breaking in, right? It's almost like it's symbolic of like them saying like, we're not just having a comeback. We're not just opening the door and coming back in. We're knocking shit over. We're breaking back in. So then here's the trying to cross over your front step, right? Quite literally breaking over. So you have the cat chasing the mice. The reason why I'm a little confused is a little bit towards the end of how the animals are portrayed. Because there could be this idea of maybe they themselves are the mice. They're trying to break into your home as mice. Again, mice kind of like slip into your home. And so maybe they're the mice and they're being chased. And like the cats could be like the opposition, the competition, or what have you.
1, 2, 3, we about to go. Yo, snap, snap, 눈코 뗄 새 없이 stalking. Clap, back, 우린 반응해줘 섞이.
Like, notice these two people are constantly always chasing each other in the background, right? Even this shot of Ian falling, which is shot so beautifully and just sounds incredible. I love, like, he's not rapping per se, but he's not also singing in like the smoothest vocal way. Just the vocal thing he does right here sounds almost like a melodic rap, which I really like. But even the way he's falling, it's everything about this is a little destructive, isn't it? God damn. So take a notice at the lighting. We'll go over this a couple times. But one of the things that makes this really interesting is whoever is front and center or whoever is singing, the way that it's lit always is there's a bit of like a spot. The lighting here is a bit like spotlight lighting. It's very dramatic, almost theater type lighting. But notice how it only lights Unak right there. Notice how it's only lighting him. Same for here. Very subtle lighting in the background. Once again, the spotlight lighting there on Taezan. What I find interesting is it looks like he's being held down, right? It looks like he's being held down. You see someone's head on top of him, pressing him down. But then in the next shot, he tries to get back up and then he gets pushed back down. And then he whips his arm away, but there's nobody there. But notice how, like, the way he behaves right there, it's almost like there's an invisible force keeping him down. And then when you get to these the cuts of these shots, you actually look. There's this shot right here of Taeyeon once again. But this time he's in the oppressor position. And so I feel I'm not quite sure what the statement here is supposed to be, other than like he's clearly pushing himself down. He's oppressing himself. He's holding himself back. But I don't know exactly what they're trying to say with that. So once again, breaking through, no criminal while pulling up eyes. So this right here, while pulling up, is interesting. It's almost like eyes closed, shove it all inside, no criminal. It's like behave yourselves, like fall within lines, behave and act like how you're supposed to, and that's what the oppression maybe is supposed to portray. No synonym. If you want to talk good and evil, Control CV like that. Oh, I feel like there's so much to dissect there philosophically. There's so much to dissect there philosophically that I don't think I can break down like immediately. I would have to think about it, but there's something about Control C and V. We want to talk about good and evil, Control C and V, saying like good and evil like are the same thing, or the oppressors and the oppressed are the same thing. So there's something to be said there about it being the same thing, or there being some kind of duality. And then he says, I don't see them all. Gone, and then he pushes him away. Scrolling up, highlight lines. By the way they shot this is so cool. So the plate between Liu and the background is definitely different, but the way not only is Liu rotating, so is the light with him. That's so fucking cool. There's almost like a calm within the chaos. Like Liu is staying cool, calm, and collected, while everyone else in the back, he says, so countless dollars, I don't envy. You see everyone in the back fighting for the money. Dripping is my business. I make it look easy. So countless dollars, I don't envy. I don't worry about that. I don't worry about the money. Almost makes you wonder if it's kind of to say, like, again, I talked about the cats pursuing them. If they are the mice, the cats pursuing them almost like as if they are the competition, like it's other competition out there, or even the various people in this video that's chasing them are other people trying to catch up with them, but they're trying to say, we don't do it for the money. We set ourselves apart because we don't do it for the money. We're dripping with style and we do it for the art. And so that's a little, I'm not saying that's exactly what they're saying, but I feel like there's something to be said there. And then you take into consideration Chaeyeon's verse of Control C plus V, perhaps saying that people are their own worst enemy. People chasing money is what's causing them to lose, maybe. And then back to the lighting. So you see it very prominently here. Again, you see the other members. They're very dimly lit, but then you see right here, Seungho is very prominently lit in this dramatic, harsh one-side lighting. I really loved it here, especially. The lighting here is so very, 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 very like delicate, especially with like how monolithic and gray toned and neutral like everything is. It looks so dystopian, but also kind of heroic. The shot looks like heroic, like a hero within a dystopian society is like kind of visually what it seems. And again, that might be what they might be sort of subtly kind of referencing of like these artistic creative individuals in a sea of other artists who are doing it for the money, right? In this dystopian sort of musical landscape. But the way that he's lit, right? He's so well lit here, especially in the other ones. It's more so a one-tone, like harsh, direct theater lighting. Here, he's kind of lit from all sides. But I love that he's standing in between Ian and Taezan, and they are dimly lit. And so the way that they had to pull this off is just such a specific directional lighting that looks so fucking cool. Because like you can see, like it's not a separate plate. Like there's a little bit of the light spillage here on Taezan. You can see a little bit of the rim light here on Taezan. And so they just had to shoot this, like they shot this live, and it just looks so fucking like complicated and well set up. My God.
1, 2, 3, we about to blow.
Like this one is
1, 2, 3.
This one is also like really interesting. See, again, like Taezan is clearly the one being lit the most while he's being surrounded by everyone else, but it's not like a huge spotlight. Like this next shot is a lot more easier. This next one is a lot more easier because it's a much more harsher light, but to do it with like that subtle nuanced lighting is really difficult. And then taken to like the wide shots, like the shot design of these using all this negative space looks so fucking cool, especially using the wiring of the bridge. It looks so beautiful. Another great wide shot right here. Just the usage of all this negative space, the usage of the shadows. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. RSVP out of nowhere at your doorstep. This is what I like right here. He says out of nowhere, right at your doorstep, and then this dude gets run over. It's kind of like symbolic of like saying, like, we're gonna like come in swinging out of nowhere. And here they say we gon' knock knock. The knock no longer means knocking on the door. It's like they're literally knocking them out. They're literally like punching them and knocking them out, leaving them on the floor. So this is where I actually get a little. I thought they were the cats, but notice the cat seems scared. They're retreating, and the cats are trying to defend themselves. And that makes me wonder, this first-person perspective right here, is this a first-person perspective of the mice, or is it of the cat? Because right now it's like this cat like jumping on top of them and clawing them. Is that supposed to be showing us the perspective of the people getting jumped by Boy Next Door? Or is it showing that the cats are trying to fight back? And then we connected with the shot of the mice. And so they're like picking, like, that's the question. Did they pick up the cat or did they pick up the mice? Like they're saying they're gonna break shit. They're gonna be a little bit rude. They're gonna break open windows. They're going to step on people, quite literally. People are gonna be falling downstairs. God, the slow-mo right here is so fucking gorgeous. Very reminiscent of, reminds me of Espa's Rich Man Dirt scenes. Also, love the callbacks to all of their previous EPs as well. The No Genre, The Action, Who, What, How, Why, 1999. And then it's just imagery of showing us basically the oncoming storm that they're bringing. They're literally bringing a storm. What this is supposed to be, I don't know, because there's a shot of a wolf previously, but you would think that they're picturing them as the wolves. But basically, the shots of the horse kind of like barreling forward. The rocks like barreling forward. The horse is galloping. This is all just imagery of saying like, this is our comeback coming in. We're coming in head first, and it's going to be fast and it's going to be powerful. And the mouse just continues. Like that's what I mean. That's why I'm like, are they actually the mice? Are they like the slick, kind of like smooth operators who's going to sneak in your home, and before you know it, they go knock knock? So kind of like on the outside presenting in a soft way as like the mice, but then the effect that they're going to cause are these like giant, huge movements. Who knows? These are just, random observations and interpretations of the music video, but God damn, that's so fucking cool. As I said, that's why I'm so hyped. That gets you so hyped. This music video, every aspect of it is just basically them saying, we're the oncoming storm, get ready. And so I am absolutely hyped. My gosh. Guys, sorry, I choked right there. Guys, let me know. What do you think? Are you as hyped as I am for the upcoming Boy Next Door album, especially with it being called Home? I cannot wait to check it out. Guys, if you want to check it out with me, because I love Boy Next Door, especially on a musical level, I'm going to be doing a special next month where usually I pre-record and then release my listening parties the next month, but I am going to film and react to Boy Next Door's Home album the very same month. over on Patreon. So if you want to check out that listening party, as well as any other Boy Next Door content that I have reacted to in the past, as well as get early access to when I react to their title track music video, head on over to my Patreon. That's where I do bonus reactions, not just to Boy Next Door, but to a bunch of different artists. So you can go ahead and check out and see if anything I've filmed or reacted to in the past interest you. Of course, you don't have to support the channel monetarily. You can always just support the channel for free by liking the video down below in the lower hand corner over there. Also, the title track is going to be here soon, so if you want to be notified when I react to that video, hit that subscribe button right here. There is a notification bell which will actually notify you when I react to that, so consider hitting that. And if you want to check out any of my other reactions of the past, if you're new to the channel, you can go check them out in the upper hand corners. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you later. Bye.